Various factors influence agriculture practices in any region. Some of these are natural factors while others are under human control. Natural factors that impact farming practices are climatic conditions like temperature, humidity, light availability in a particular region, rainfall and other sources of water for irrigating the land on which crops are grown, nature and types of soils present in the region. Human dependent factors that affect agricultural practices in any region are use of labor and machines by farmers, use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, market demand or consumer demand for various agricultural goods, transport and storage facilities for harvested materials. When we observe the geographical expanse of our country, we realize that our nation is blessed with variety of topographical and climatic conditions. Towards the north, climate is cooler with snow-clad mountains on one side, fertile plains in the center and dry desert on the other side. The southern part has long coastline with comparatively humid climate as well as forest-covered mountain ranges showing immense biodiversity. Then there is Deccan Plateau in central part of India with some big rivers flowing across it. There are few islands as well scattered in Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. Originating in various mountains and flowing through the plains and plateaus are various seasonal and perennial rivers and lakes that serve as natural sources of water for farming. Apart from these, various regions in our country also receive seasonal rains from southwest and northeast monsoon winds. This diversity in topography and weather conditions observed in various parts of our country is conducive to farming and cultivation of wide variety of crop plants. India is the largest producer, consumer and importer of pulses in the world. India is also the world's largest producer, consumer and exporter of spices. Our country produces about 75 of the 109 varieties of spices listed by the International Organization for Standardization ISO. It is also world's largest producer of jute. India is the world's second largest producer of rice, wheat, sugarcane, groundnut and cotton. It is the second largest fruit and vegetable producer in the world as well, accounting for 10.9% and 8.6% of the world fruit and vegetable production respectively. Thus, the major crops cultivated in India are grouped into four categories. 1. Food grains. This includes different varieties of rice, wheat, maize, millets and pulses. Second, cash crops. This includes varieties cotton, jute, sugarcane, tobacco and oil seeds. Third, plantation crops like tea, coffee, coconut and rubber. And fourth, horticulture crops such as fruits and vegetables, spices and herbs. Having discussed some basic aspects of agriculture, one would wonder what are the activities that farmers have to perform while they practice agriculture as occupation or means of livelihood. The following are the steps involved in practice of agriculture. 1. Crop selection. Farmers usually base their choice of plants they wish to grow based on the nature of soil, climate, temperature, etc. of the region where farming is to be done with respect to its suitability to plants considered. 2. Seed selection. Healthy, good quality, disease-free seeds of the desired crop plant are used to begin cultivation. 3. Land preparation. This involves leveling the land whenever required, followed by plowing it. Sometimes manures or fertilizers may be mixed with soil at this stage to improve its fertility. 4. Seed sowing. The seeds of the selected stock of crop plant are sowed into the plowed land either by hand or machines. Sometimes young plants are grown from the seeds under controlled conditions like greenhouse, and then those small plantlets are then transferred to be replanted in soil on the field. 5. Irrigation and water supply. It is critical to ensure proper supply of water to enable seeds to germinate and growth of crop plants at good rate. 6. Monitoring crop growth. As the crop plants grow in the field, it is necessary to monitor growth of the standing crop with respect to their health characteristics, maturation, flowering and fruiting, freedom from disease. 7. Weeding out and crop protection. Weeds are unwanted wild plants that grow in the field. Their removal is termed as weeding out. Sometimes chemicals termed as herbicides or weedicides might be applied to stop the growth of weeds. Pesticides are used to protect the crops from insects that might eat plant parts and damage the standing crops. 8. Harvesting. Once the crop plants have achieved desired growth and maturity, the desired parts such as roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits or seeds are collected to be consumed and sold as final produce or commodity to the consumers. 9. Storage and transport. The harvested agriculture produce is stored under proper conditions till it is transported to the markets for wholesale or retail. Summary. Some of the major factors influencing agriculture in any region are as follows: weather and climatic conditions in the region, rainfall and other sources of water for irrigation, nature and types of soils present in that region, use of labor and machines, use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, transport and storage facilities for harvested produce, market demand for the agriculturally produced commodity. Major crops cultivated in India are grouped into 4 categories. 1. Food grains. This includes different varieties of rice, wheat, maize, millets and pulses. 2. Cash crops. This includes varieties cotton, jute, sugarcane, tobacco and oilseeds. 3. Plantation crops like tea, coffee, coconut and rubber. 4. Horticulture crops such as fruits and vegetables, spices and herbs. Stepwise activities undertaken by farmers during practice of agriculture are as follows: crop selection, seed selection, land or soil preparation, sowing of seeds, water supply and irrigation, monitoring growth of crops, weeding out and protection of crops from pests and diseases, harvesting of the agricultural produce, storage and transport of the agricultural produce. Do it yourself. Request your mother to give you a dozen of fenugreek, methi, coriander, dhania, basil, sabja or carom ajwain seeds. Now cultivate any of these seeds in a small pot or container in your house. Compare the activities that you have to perform while growing these plants to the farming activities that you have studied in this session.